Get a shuttle out here to evac the wounded. Corpses stay till we've assessed the threat condition. Now! Don't stand there like some drooling sand rut! You're an Imperial soldier! My apologies. This is hardly the way I'd like to introduce my troops to such an illustrious group.
You really think that interests me?
You should care. The Exchange is our biggest obstacle to claiming this dust ball for the glorious Empire. Ever run into them? Nasty crime syndicate likes to use Tatooine as a waypoint. These criminals don't want this rock under Imperial control, so they've been stirring up local resistance.
You looking to take out someone specific?
I don't have names or anything, but sure, there's a job here if you're looking. This is one of the caravans the Exchange is using to supply the insurgents. Heavy guard, all Tuskers. Each one we've taken costs us dear. You want to help? Go follow the caravan routes and take down as many as you can. The locals will assume the Exchange abandoned them. Then we'll see how quickly those puddle farmers beg us to take them over. I recommended the lot of you for medals. Our spy droids are already picking up a change in the chatter. Villagers talking about surrendering rather than starve. I assume we have you to thank?
Your soldiers need serious training if those guys bested them.
Not exactly the best and the brightest who get shipped here. Maybe a march out to view your handiwork will inspire them. Without the support of the Exchange, this planet will be swearing allegiance to the Emperor before you can say aerial bombardment.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek. Naya memgem kaligam, gegwa nam karek naya memak. Kam inu nemuk, naja naya akam memnik meraka.
You think you impress me? Pathetic.
Mamundia nepebjang, hapakra wama nimpam. Laporam amka, mamni nikag, nagnaya mamni kambram. Kala jiwa nimok, ebemgam nyama naya aigam.
I'm always interested in trying out the latest technology.
Naya memgem kaligam, gegwa nam karek naya memak. Naya nekina olek. Memgam gamgi, nina gegwan, amnerna hanak, nemua bemguana, kumia yang memgamba paka.
The device worked well. The droids are destroyed.
Mamni lebek bak manuk, meraka naja ki nama bamyak. Bragam nemya, inubuyen, akamamka amkananya.
Humblest apologies, but I have a request that requires the attention of highly trained combatants. Band of filthy Jawas cracked into one of the Zerka Corporation's abandoned compounds we recently unearthed. Made off with every droid in the place.
I don't waste my talents tracking down petty thefts.
It's not petty. These excavations produce the only thing of value on this Dust Bowl. Besides, the Jawas aren't the problem anymore. You see, the stolen droids activated. Now they're systematically hunting down everything around the Jawa's derelict sandcrawler. I've observed their behaviors becoming refined, more efficient. Honestly, it looks like they're learning from trial and error.
Very interesting, I'm sure.
Fine. The bottom line is the Empire would benefit from acquiring this technology. Scanning the architecture of the droids' memory cores should give us more insight into their uniform design and their individual differences. Would you all be willing to help reclaim these lost artifacts?
What's in it for me?
I have a budget for the excavation that's completely useless to me now. I don't care where it goes, as long as something's recovered. It's unlikely that the droids will stand idle while you attempt to take a reading. Disabling them will be necessary. Just try not to damage their memory cores while you're taking the fight out of them. You've brought me readings? Excellent. It looks like you were able to conduct many scans. Did the droids pose much of a threat when you encountered them?
The job's done. Easy.
Truly. Perhaps we should have left them to mature a bit longer. But we can observe prototypes built from this data. You've ensured that Tatooine will hold no secrets from the Empire. Thank you.
Wow, you all look like you're ready to cause some damage. Here, get a load of this. Navy just deployed the next generation prototype of our top orbital strike weapon. She's a real beauty, let me tell you. I'm supposed to be overseeing test firing against hard targets in the area, but we're on indefinite standby until conditions improve.
Tatooine hardly seems like the best place to be doing this.
It's so out of the way, it's just about perfect, but our targets are more well protected than we anticipated. The Exchange is seriously entrenched out here, but they're protecting their strongholds with a wide-area signal jammer. It means our targeting systems are useless, even the handheld close-up targeters.
Why hasn't your commander taken care of this?
No manpower. We've requested support, but command's dragging their feet. Could be weeks. I'd like to see my girl in action sooner rather than later. Once that jammer's out of commission, we can blow up anything we want, any time we want. You with me on this? You could be the first to debut this beauty's 10-kiloton Roth.
You could say I'm familiar with the technology. I'd love to test drive the latest model.
And they say intelligence never does anything for the common soldier. The Exchange leaders are the only ones with access to the jammer. Their security spikes would let you shut it down. With the jammer out of commission, you can use this targeter to blow any Exchange assets in the area sky high. Hit anything you can get in range of. Bigger the better, just don't stand too close. I'll look forward to the light show. Ha-ha! That was great! I could see those strikes come down from here. After that display, I'm going to recommend the final model be named in your honor.
I'd like to hang on to this targeter for a while.
Addictive, isn't it? I'm afraid the prototype wasn't intended for sustained use. We'll be collecting the Delta A5 soon to make adjustments based on the data you provided. Here's a little something on behalf of the project. It's been a pleasure.
This is preposterous. How can the so-called cream of the Imperial military fail against a bunch of alien savages? I'll have to have the entire company executed for ineptitude. Have you any idea how much paperwork that requires? This would be laughable if it weren't the end of my career.
Unless you're talking about credits, I don't care about your problems.
Ah, you're a bounty hunter, aren't you? Perhaps you might consider a business arrangement. One of our transports carrying some critical data was shot down over the Dune Sea. So far, our best and brightest have been unable to handle the Sand People. We can't even approach the crash site.
I could use a break from the tough jobs.
You'll... Hell? Really? Assuming the idiot natives haven't fed it to a bantha or something, everything we need is in the ship's black box. If it's not at the crash site, the savages have likely carried it off.
I believe this is the black box recorder you were looking for.
You've done me an enormous favor, and don't think I'll forget it. I can hardly wait to report this mission a success.
Ripoknane kari mariaka. Akam ja lebek memarik. Naya narankam. Kala ama nani mami. Lebek bak. Bragam nemya. Inubuyen. Akamamka amkananya.
Haven't we had this conversation once already?
Mem ilik meraka, nayanaram. Kam kalu amik manik.
Either there are a lot of Nemoidians with attitudes around here, or you've got a serious memory problem.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek. Nempanu koragin, pemguana nemu ka mime. Manub meraka naja, kinamabam, yak manala.
What exactly do you need?
Meraka karam kara, ninyamak oramag yang megik. Kamperem ganyam baji yang, manik hikum bukam.
I've finished testing. Your device works.
Naya memgem kaligam. Gegwa nam kara naya menak. Mamni lebek bak manuk. Meraka naja ki nama bamyak. Jukagi ne paninu. Am kampina bek nemu kemgram.